How dark is You Can Leave Your Hat On?
I love that song. Yeah.
But it's dark. It so
is.
dark and creepy and strange.
What about Let's Burn Down the Cornfield?
Oh, God. The list is endless, isn't it? We need 5 hours with Randy.
Yeah, man. He's great. So are you in is that a bar do you have a wine bar in your house? What's going on in that room? Did you think?
No, this is, I have 4 vineyards.
Yeah.
And this is kind of the principal one, and it's midsummer, and the vines are pumping at full rate at the moment. My cattle and my sheep are over there.
So wait, you have 4 vineyards, and each one of them has a house on it. Is that what you're saying?
This isn't the house. This is if you come to my vineyard, this is where I will pour wine down your throat liberally.
Well, I would I don't drink anymore, but if you can get me citizenship, I might need it, and I'll let you do that.
Yeah, that's right.
It's getting a little dicey here. I don't know if this great turn of events is going to save us. So I don't know how many people. Do you know many Americans who have run away down there? Do you have friends from show business, Sam, that have bought palatial chunks of property down there?
I don't have any. No, it's mostly I believe the chunks of property have been bought by people with something called hedge funds. I don't know what hedge funds are exactly. I think we all need one because they reap great profits from whatever these things are. But they're
a bundle of different stocks run by a few guys, and those guys take other people's money and gamble with it on their hedge fund stocks. And some of them make a lot of money. I think that's my limited understanding of it.
Well, we're in the wrong business. We need to gamble with other people's money.
Yes, I have no idea. Sometimes I don't even know how I'm getting paid. I just assume the guy I call, the guy who tells me I'm great and they want me, he also tells me I got paid. So I just have to trust that guy.
Yeah, yeah. I am that guy around here. At any one time, I have about 10 people working for me.
Yeah,
so I'm the guy that I'm the guy that everyone depends on. And I have to say, there is no money in. I don't like to tell them that because they're all working for me in a wine capacity.
Right.
There is no money in wine.
So what is it? What is it about the wine people? I mean, is this just a way of you servicing your alcoholism? I mean, how?
Yeah, it works. It works that way.
It seems like a lot to do for you can just buy a few bottles a day. You know.
I know that a sane man would do exactly that, Mark. A sane man. No, in my case, it's kind of historical. I have family. I've found out that I got family that goes back to 1805 and growing wine, and my father
in
my
Ireland.
That was in Sicily.
Oh, you have Italian family?
He wasn't actually. What's that noise?
I don't know.
Is that you or me?
I don't think it's
someone
me.
Upstairs. Is that someone upstairs having a good time?
It's the ghost of your great grandfather. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. No, that was a man called Benjamin Ingham, and he went to Sicily and made a fortune from Marsala.
Oh, I see. So he was not Italian.
He wasn't Italian. No, he was a Yorkshireman. But on the Neill side,
yeah,
I'm fourth generation, possibly fifth in wine and spirits. But I'm the first one. I'm the first Neill to grow wine.
Wait, so you're the fifth generation in wine and spirits, but you're the first one to actually make their own? Is that what
Yes.
You're really telling me?
Yeah, the others were merchants and were drowning in it.
Is that I don't want to be stereotyping, but is that the Irish line, the Neills?
That's the Irish line. Yeah.
Yes. What part? Do you spend time in Ireland at all?
I have, but and in fact, I've worked in Ireland 2 or 3 times. And I love going back, and I kind of feel weirdly at home. And I tell you, there's something about Ireland that kind of makes me feel comfortable. And I've always puzzled as to whether that's because my first 7 years were there, or if it's a DNA thing.
Well, I'll tell you, I don't want to burst your bubble, but I'm 100% Ashkenazi Jew, and I have the exact same feeling in Ireland. So, so maybe don't lean on the genetics so much. Let's go with the other thing.
But Marc Maron sounds entirely French to me.
Yeah, I don't know why that is. It does look French. It sounds French, but it isn't. It goes all the way back to like Belarus, I think. Pale of Settlement, pogroms. You know, I come
Belarus.
I come from a line of tailors and people who own surplus stores. Yeah,
it never pays to sort of go back too far. I think Stephen Fry's family. You know that series, Who Do You Think You Are?
Yeah, no, but we have one here similar.
Yeah,
Finding Your Roots.
Yeah, Finding Your Roots, and whenever anyone says Belarus or something, it always ends up with some grotesque thing that happens in the. It's all
that's the Pale of Settlement people. Those are the Jews, right?
Yeah.
Usually, yeah.
Yeah, or pogroms or some thing.
Yeah. No, it never, it doesn't generally end well for the Jews. Like, it seems like the Jews that ended up in America and maybe in England, they're only there because they were running away. Anywhere there are Jews surviving, it's because they left in a hurry.
Wisely.
Yeah. The ones who got out under the wire.
Yeah.
But, okay, so you come fifth generation spirits, but you're the guy that made the investment. You're the one that did it. Do you have, are you a wine nerd? Is that what it is? Because, I don't drink anymore. So I enjoyed wine, but it seems like it's one of those things there's no end to what you could obsess about.
Yeah. Yes, thank you, Marc. No, I love wine, but I'm not crazy about it. I'm not exactly wild-eyed about it. But I look, it's more, of course, I deeply care about this. I care about what's in the bottle.
Is that one of yours?
And I'm wildly ambitious that this should be the greatest wine in the world.
Yeah.
I have no ambitions as an actor at all. Never.
No
have.
More? Oh, really?
But I started off very humbly and modestly in wine.
Yeah.
And my ambition gets more and more out of control every year.
Right.
And you know what, Marc? I think I'm getting close to it. I think I'm getting very close to making the greatest wine on the planet.
Oh, that's great. That's great that, all you need to do is believe that, Sam. No one can take and no one can take that away from you. All right? Please don't
present me as some self-delusional fool from the South Pacific.
I'm not. You're just you're a good audience, and I don't talk to anybody. I'm all alone here, Sam. This isolation thing's starting to get to me.
Oh my God, I completely understand that. Not only that, when you get out of isolation, which I finally did in December, when I got out of quarantine here, I sort of wanted to go back into isolation. I'd become so institutionalized that people walking, unguarded in the streets, unmasked,
terrifying,
kissing each other, breathing everywhere.
Yeah,
it completely freaked me out. I was in a state of absolute chaotic terror.
Yeah, I talked to my friend in New York, and he said his son is taking the train downtown. I'm like, a train? A train? What? Are you going to let him back in the house?
Yeah, that's right. I love. So where are you holed up?
Glendale.
Glendale, where's that?
It's Los Angeles. I'm in Los Angeles.
Okay.
But I'm okay, man. It's all right. I'm working it out. I'm figuring it out. I try to talk to people. I was doing what you were doing on Instagram. I make videos every morning, but you do yours are like a minute, 2 minutes. I'm on there for an hour just talking to to a live audience of about 800 to 1,000 people in the morning, just wandering around talking to my cats. I play records for them, and then And then by the end of the day, it gets anywhere from like 10,000 to 25,000 views. Like that's how bored people are here. They'll watch me make coffee for an hour, at some point during their day.
And you're doing it on camera.
Yeah, do it on I do it with my phone. But the great thing about show business right now, at least here, is that I have the same production values with my phone as the Tonight Show has. So no one, everybody.
That is true.
Yeah.
And a better set. My God, you got Mick Jagger on your set. Look at that.
Yeah, exactly. But wait, so you had no ambition as an actor ever?
No.
So how'd you get into it?
Every time I get a job, I'm completely astonished. Who are these fools that want to employ me?
It's that attitude they love so much.
I don't know. Harrison Ford's turned them down.
Yeah,
everybody's turned.
Where's Sam Neill?
I'm number
wine.
27 on the list.
Does he still act? I don't know. He's making wine. Well,
is he alive?
Yeah.
Is he alive?
Call him up.
How old is he now?
But why did you get started in it?
I didn't really mean to. I never imagined that I would get into acting as a career.
Yeah.
I knew I loved acting, and I started at school, and it was it was therapeutic as much as anything. I underscore that by saying I really don't like drama as a therapy, but it was therapeutic for me because I had a very bad stammer as a child, and I stuttered very badly, and I hardly spoke for 14 years until I sort of gradually started to get some confidence as an adolescent, and I realized on stage I could actually speak clearly, and that gave me the sort of courage to actually talk to people and talk to adults, for instance.
Yeah.
And then when I left university, I got a sort of pretty ordinary degree in English at university. And I left there thinking, I don't know what I'm going to do. I would have liked to have gone to drama school. There wasn't any drama school to go to. I would have liked to have gone straight into acting. There wasn't really any film being made in New Zealand those days. And
what was going on there? Anything? What did you do? What did people do in New Zealand? What'd your dad do?
He was in wine and spirits.
So in New Zealand, he was actually there. He had a liquor store.
Yeah, they were merchants, Neill and Company wine and spirits merchants.
Okay.
Yeah, and he was he said to me, "You need to get a job," and I realized it didn't. There was no chance of acting as a career. There just wasn't any work. So I got a job working as in documentary film, and I trained as a film editor. I became a director, and then I did that for 6 or 7 years. While I was doing that, I would sort of moonlight in one or two of my friends' little short films, and a guy called Roger Donaldson spotted me in one of those films and cast me as the lead. Again, I thought this guy is crazy.
Yeah.
In the first color feature film ever made in New Zealand, and the first film that had been made for 20 years. Wow. It was a film called Sleeping Dogs, and that sort of. And then I went back to making documentaries. Someone saw me in that film, and they asked me to come to Australia and act in a film called My Brilliant Career opposite Judy Davis.
She's great. That's a big movie.
Well, that went to Cannes, and I realized when I got to Australia that for the first time in my life, people said, "You're actually really quite good." I said, "What?" Yeah, no, you're good. You're a good actor. Oh, come on, pull my other leg. And then I started making a good living as an actor, and that took me to England and points beyond. So it's sort of, and I'm still surprised. It's actually 50 years, someone reminded me rather cruelly in an interview earlier today, since the first time my face was seen on celluloid.
Yeah.
It was in 1971 or something like that.
That's a long
50
time.
years. It's a hell of a long time.
Well, what